Jason Miller, News Desk, WYOU, Madison, Wisconsin. You are about to view scenes of the protests of Scott Walker at the state capitol, Madison, Wisconsin. But first, I'd like to read you some history and to bring you up to date on what's been going on. November 2nd, 2010, Scott Walker, governor of Wisconsin, member of the Republican Party, made national news when he proposed a new budget repair bill. The bill was passed into law and became effective as of June of 2011. This changed the collective bargaining process for most public employees in Wisconsin. In February of 2011, over 100,000 people came to Madison to protest Governor Walker and his budget repair bill. The following are scenes and interviews from inside the Capitol Rotunda and outside on Capitol Square. Jason Miller, WYOU, Madison, Wisconsin, here at the state capitol. This is Tuesday, March 1st. Something over 10 days of protest. First thing I'd like to say is there was a rumor by the anti-union protesters, anti-union folks, that was saying that the protesters were defacing the Capitol by using duct tape for their signs, but that is not the truth. I'd like to report here today that the protesters used painter's tape, easy to come off. The protesters have been considerate about the charges of defacing the state capitol. Where are you from?
I'm from near La Crosse, Viola, Wisconsin.
Fantastic. So you came here for how many days?
Well, I've been here on and off the whole time. This is my 8th day here.
Well, that's wonderful. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a registered nurse, but I'm not union.
Interesting. Well, how do you think it's going here as far as the 8 days you've been here?
Well, I think that we've got a lot of momentum on our side. I think that the people who are here are dedicated to what they believe in, and I really think that our governor is going to have to listen to the people of the state.
But now, as far as the protesters being here in the Capitol building, I understand that you've had some challenges, that there's been restrictions on you protesters sleeping here or even being in the Capitol. What are those restrictions?
Well, right now they're keeping us mostly on the main floor here at night. They do have a family area that they have upstairs. We're no longer allowed to stay on the other floors, which I think is fine. I think that that's agreeable as long as that they're allowed to stay here.
What about the numbers of people that are staying overnight? Have they decreased since you've been here?
This will be my first night here. I haven't been here on other nights. However, the ones that have been here, they're pretty dedicated to staying here, and I know that they've had a lot of things, restrictions put on them, but they're all complying, and in fact, they're being very clean. They're picking up after themselves, and they're getting more organized as time goes on.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear they're respectful of state property. There was a rumor that they were defacing the Capitol using duct tape, but I see that that's not the case. They've used painter's tape, which comes off easily without leaving residue behind.
Correct, and they also have this glue gun in case if any glue is left behind. They've been wiping up after that as well.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Anyway, we wish you good success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Jason Miller, WYOU, from the state capitol, Madison, Wisconsin. This is day, I don't know what it is, 10, 11, 12, and things seem to be going swimmingly. Thank you. How's it going?
It's great. I just got let back in the building, actually. I was just let back in. I'm here as a medic with the Medic Collective. We're trying to keep people peaceful, positive, and calm, safe, and well.
Well, that's wonderful organization. Have you noticed that there's been any violence at all?
No, but there are a few people that are pretty riled up outside. Like I said, I've been outside actually. Yesterday I left this building at 6:45 to move my car and was told I could get back in at 8. Well, of course we didn't get back in. But I came back this morning and I was here by 8 o'clock and got let in about 15 minutes ago.
It was the regulation here at the Capitol that if you left after 6 p.m., you couldn't come back in. Is that still the case?
Well, there's been, from what I understand, a restraining order that they have to allow the people in the building, but now there's been a reversal of that. You know, this is all a lot of legal issues, and I don't think the fight is over, but I think the people want to be heard, and they're not going to let up until they're heard.
Well, how about you yourself? Are you here for as long as this takes?
Yes, and when it first started, I felt strongly that this bill needed to be looked at, but I wasn't as strong as I am about it now. Now I just want the people's voice to be heard. I want our representatives to represent the people. That's all I want. And I want people to stay calm.
All right, excellent. Gloria, I see you're a nurse.
I am.
Are you from Madison?
No, I am not. I work for a community hospital. It's non-union, non-profit.
Well, where's
Beaver
it?
Dam.
Beaver Dam. All right. Thank you so much. We'll have to wait for the next lap. We understand that you stayed here last night.
Yes.
We're curious. We hear that there's a restriction on bringing food and drinks into the Capitol at night. Is that true?
I can't speak on, because there's been a lot of rumors and stuff that have flown around and stuff, so I don't want to make any judgment calls on anything. Because the fact of the matter is, we are in a situation where there is a chance that people could be bringing in outside agitators to, bring in rumors like that or anything like that. I can't say for sure.
So generally, the people that plan to stay overnight bring their own food and drinks with them?
People didn't make it in today. I stayed last night because I've been here for a while. They would not let people in here, and so nobody was able to bring in their own food and water because there was no. The fact of the matter is, they were not letting the people who were outside, sleeping outside, come in. So we actually did bring out some of our leftover pizza that was delivered to us out to them because of the fact that we had some. So, it's like.
How many people would you guess slept in the Capitol last night, and how many slept outside?
I couldn't say for sure. There were so many numbers thrown around. Like I said, being in the Capitol right now is kind of difficult because you're kind of cut off from media, and there's a lot of different media out there, and so it's really hard to tell what's going on at this point. So.
Well, good luck with your efforts. Thank you so much.
Sorry? Where's he from? Where's he from? I didn't ask her. I know. No, but ask her. Okay. I can't hear what she says. Yeah. I can hear very good.
So is having trouble doing the two-way conversation?
Where are you at?
We're WYOU, Madison. Yeah. All right, we understand. First of all, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Gail Oglesby, and I'm from Lake Mills, Wisconsin.
We understand that you spent last night here and that you had some problems with the police, that you were manhandled, as it was.
I didn't spend the night here last night. I was here last night. I've been here almost every day since February 14th.
Well, tell us what happened as far as the police.
Last night when I went home, I was very upset because for days now they haven't allowed people into the Capitol, which I knew was illegal. And so I looked it up, and I went online and looked up to see what the Wisconsin Constitution says about that, and it says that it's truly illegal for them not to allow the public access to the state capitol and the grounds, both. So I came down this morning thinking that they would be opening up the doors, because that's what I was told, and they were still not allowing people in. There were not that many people outside, actually, when I arrived, and they were letting people in only if one person came out, and so one by one, exchange, basically. So I went up to the police and told them that they were not abiding by the law, we were not upholding our law. And I said, I want to go in. And they weren't going to allow me to go in, so I walked in. I immediately got tackled, basically, or grabbed by 5 or 6 police, and they tried to, by force, to take me through the revolving door, and I grabbed my, everything I could and didn't let them do that to me. And I said, settle down, we need to talk about this, because I wanted them to know. Because I've talked to the police a lot here and realized a lot of them don't agree with Walker.
Was that noticed by other protesters, and did they come to your aid?
Probably not. They were outside, so they, no, unfortunately it wasn't, so I did get documentation from the nurse. They injured my arm. I have bruises, and it's wrong. It's completely wrong. They overreacted.
Well, but you did eventually get in.
I did get in. Then when I told them that my daughter-in-law is a lawyer, she used to work for a federal judge, they allowed me to enter. And they actually gave me permission to go to the Joint Finance Committee meeting at 5 o'clock. I've gotten different times for us, so this evening, we'll say.
All right, sounds like it worked out.
So I'm trying to just get settled down emotionally, because it was a pretty emotional experience. And I'm trying to settle down so that I can get in and tell my story there. And I'm glad you guys are documenting this as well. I've been given a testimonial book to write all this down, and it'll go in the State Historical Museum forever.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. Available for comment?
Actually, our local leadership is just right over there, and they're the best ones to talk to. Gentlemen, we'll go over there. Blue jacket.
You said blue jacket. You say which blue?
If that drag him in here, if you can.
Oh, who?
That's Dana Brooke, Channel 15.
Oh! You want to interview her?
Love to.
What's her name?
Dana Brooke.
Excuse me, Dana.
Yeah,
Are you available for comment?
I'm not.
Oh, we're here. Local.
Cool.
So, you guys slept outside last night?
Yep, absolutely.
How was it?
Really, really cold outside of the blankets. Not so bad underneath them with everybody else.
Well, how did the police react to your being out here?
They were pretty good.
I mean, they were patrolling. They told us we couldn't have tents, but I mean, it's not like they harassed us.
No.
What was the reason for no tents?
I think that there's some ordinance restriction on general structures without, a permit on state property, something along those lines. I wasn't part of the conversation.
The police told us there's a sprinkler system under the lawn, so if people stake things in, that it might hurt the sprinkler system. I can't imagine we were going to stake our tents down. But
I don't.
I see, yeah. Well, I was trying to think what the reason could be, but I guess that does make sense.
Yeah, but, I mean, we weren't using stakes. We weren't going to use stakes. I mean, we were up on top of the concrete, so it's not, I mean, we weren't out here.
I see.
And a couple people did put their tents out next to
Yeah, they were
the
next to the
Teamsters trucks on the
Teamsters.
boulevard across the street on city property.
And that was okay.
Yeah.
You think you'll sleep out here again?
If it's still not open, I'm game.
All right, well.
I think until the bill is dead, we'll be here.
Yeah, whether we're inside or outside.
All right, we wish you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm ready. This one right here. The Cops for Labor shirt.
Which one?
The guy in the Cops for Labor shirt.
Okay. Excuse me. Are you available for comment?
Oh, no, thank you, sir.
You're a police officer?
I am, sir.
All right. Available for comments?
Mom, am I available? Yeah. You can be interviewed.
All right, so here we are. We're with, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Hannah.
Where are you from?
New Berlin by Milwaukee.
Well, you came all the way over here for this.
Yep.
Just today or other days?
Just today. I missed school.
Really? You skipped school for this?
Yep.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore in high school?
Yep.
Okay. Well, what do you think? How's it going here?
It's kind of cold, but worth it.
All right. Well, you're going to stay overnight? I think not, right?
Nah.
Is it with your parents?
With my mom and a friend.
All right. What's your name?
Auntie.
And you're from the same school?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck.
Can you get Mom's name and email address so we can get a release?
Mom, what's your name and email address so we can get a release?
What do you need? My email? TMUCHE@AOL.
WYOU.
WYOU.
Well, we can't use unless we get a release from you.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we can't do anything with it because she's a minor unless we have a release from you. So that's why I got the email. Okay.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yep.
You know what that means? We better skip the honors. I realize that. So
that's okay.
We don't have to worry about anybody that's adult. Okay. In the studio, though, I have to do that. This is from everybody that's on camera.
She wants to talk.
Anybody else look interesting?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Let's see up front.
All right.
You're going to be my point.
Well, all right.
Is this the only access around?
Am I giving you enough slack?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Excuse us. Sorry. Sorry.
Everybody's protesting to get the Capitol Police to open up the building. Apparently there was a temporary restraining order issued by Judge Moser saying that they had to open up the building to the public, and now the DOA is saying that they're in compliance with the restraining order and they're going to deliberate till 2:15 when they have a public hearing, which, if I understand correctly, is at room 4A of the Dane County Court, the Dane County Court building. Public hearing on opening up the Capitol building.
All right. In the meantime, I suppose what we're hearing is people demanding it be open now.
That's accurate.
All righty. Well, thanks so much. Sign. See what you got here. All right. Well.
I take my inspiration from Jon Stewart in his Sanity Rally.
All right. So, where are you from?
I'm from Oregon, the town a little bit south of Madison.
All right. How long you been here?
I was born here.
No, I mean here at the protest.
Oh, well, in that case, I've been here since about 11.
First day?
Second time. I was here last Monday.
Well, how do you think it's going?
I don't know. The governor seems pretty scared to keep people out of the Capitol at this point, so it seems to be working at least a little.
Well, what's your plan once they open the doors? What do you expect to be doing inside?
Holding my sign, shouting a lot, good time for all.
All right, great. Thank you.
Sure.
I can hear him, but I can't see him.
Oh, back Thanks.
To have a chance to be a part of it. We've been told it's the middle class that has to work a little harder, give a little more, earn a little less, provide a little bit more for our kids, and yet we have to spend more time with our families, and none of our seems to happen for the rest of us because we have worked our entire lives for what meager scraps of time we can get. We work hard, we play by the rules, we pay our taxes, and those of us in the valley are not the problem. Only a few short years ago, the economy was great. There was 22 million jobs, the greatest economic expansion in world history. Business and management were able to come together with labor and create jobs without a problem.
Are you over 18?
Yes.
What?
Are you over 18? You available for comments?
I don't think so.
Are you available for comments?
No, thank you.
You know, earlier I met her kids, and she works every day.
Let's go back, sir. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Of all of the proposals that Governor Walker has proposed, which are the one or two that you most dread that may come to pass?
All of them.
Anything specific?
To be honest.
All right.
No, really all of them.
Thank you. Great. Want to head for it? Watch your stuff. Make a few comments?
I'd love to.
Great. What's your name?
My name is John Conowall.
And where are you from?
Greensboro, North Carolina originally, but I've lived in Madison now for almost 10 years.
All right, so you're local. How many days have you been over here?
I was out of town for the last week, but just the last 2 days now.
How do you think it's going?
Well, yesterday denying us access to the Capitol is a pretty major setback for us. It's stomping on our constitutional rights. So,
well, you know, of all the proposals that the governor has discussed trying to implement, which are the ones that you most dread coming to pass?
well, I mean, obviously the right to collective bargaining affects all public employees. Therefore, everybody across the population is going to be affected by that. Our children, the teachers in our schools, everybody. I mean, our trash collectors, the people who supply water to our house. I mean, everybody will be affected by that. There's also other provisions within the bill that are disturbing, equally disturbing, but don't necessarily touch such a wide segment of the population.
Well, what do you think about the governor's proposal to cut back on Medicaid?
Well, again, there's another one that affects like another major part of the population. Yes, I mean everybody's affected. Within the bill, there's talk of making it legal to discriminate against employment based upon sexual preferences. So, I mean, everybody is affected by this law.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Which way? All right. All right, we're here with some Teamsters, our first Teamsters we've come across. So what are your guys' names and where are you from?
Mike Urich, Milwaukee, Local 200.
Brian Zamanek from Milwaukee, Local 200.
So you guys came in today, is it?
Yeah.
How many Teamsters came in?
Oh, we've got a lot here. If you look over there, we've got 3 huge trucks set up from our 3 different joint councils. And so we've got quite a few here.
All right, well, what do you think? How's this compared with any other protests that you might have been involved in?
It is huge, especially this last weekend and the weekend before. There were so many people from so many different unions to support against what Walker wants to do, to take away that collective bargaining. There's other ways to get things done. And so it was great to see the huge group all rallying together in support of each other.
In your working life, have you ever seen anything this large?
Not this large, no. This is the largest. I don't think we've seen a crowd this large since not even during the Vietnam War.
That is interesting. That's what I hear also. Well, we wish you guys good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, which way? Ah. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Clever sign you got there.
You betcha.
You thought of that?
Oh, yeah.
Very creative.
Yep, that's what I think of our sweet governor right there.
Well, where are you from?
Black River.
How far away is that?
Hour or so.
And let's see, are you police?
Correctional officers.
All right, great. How do you think it's going here?
Pretty good. It's awesome.
You think the protesters will succeed in their desires?
I sure hope so.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Wait, once again, all right?
Okay.
So I understand that you are not unionized. You guys.
Watch what's going on here. I'm just saying, this ain't gonna benefit you, okay? Because they're focusing on your sign, not on what you're complaining.
Yep. Again? You all right?
I'm fine.
You're on there being smart about it. Yeah, but they're focusing on his sign, not on what the issue is.
He's got a problem with the sign. He thinks we're going to focus on the sign and not what he's saying.
Does he work for a prison?
Yeah, I guess. Probably a supervisor.
All I'm saying is another question.
All right, you can drop the sign. We already have it anyway.
And they're going to use this. And I'm telling you, they're trying to get you to get back to work. Watch what they're doing. Watch what they're doing right now.
Where are you guys from?
WYU in Madison.
Madison?
You can do without the sign.
All right.
Yeah, we don't want to make anyone look bad or anything, so... They're focusing on the sign, and you know, yeah, we'll go without sign.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So, understand you're with the prison guards, is it?
Yes, Jackson Correctional.
Now, I understand that you are not unionized.
If this goes through, we're not going to be unionized. We're going to be strict to all collective bargaining agreements.
So if this goes through, you will be hurt by this.
Very much.
And yet you're coming out and supporting the protesters.
Definitely.
Well, that's impressive. We wish you luck. Yeah. Thanks. Bye. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
So I see your sign makes a mention of something that Walker discussed about planting troublemakers, although in his comment he said he thought about it and decided not to. What's your views on this?
Well, he thought about it. I mean, heads of state in a democracy in the United States shouldn't even consider matters like that. They should be dismissed as unethical and inappropriate, with no comment beyond that. And there was never, in the published telephone conversation, there was never any mention on the governor's part of such intervention like that being unethical or inappropriate. He said that they decided against it because basically they thought it wouldn't work. It wouldn't be the right thing to get people on their side, not because there was anything wrong with it.
So you would have liked for him to dismiss it out of hand, to say absolutely not as soon as he heard that.
Any leader in the United States of America should say that should be the response to questions about whether or not you're considering raising a ruckus and instigating something other than protecting people's rights.
Well, for as long as you've been out here, as many days, however many it's been, have you noticed any kind of violence or troubles or troublemakers?
No, I haven't.
All right, great. Thanks so much.
Point out Wisconsin.
I got the Glenbeck Blues.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good. You compose any protest songs special for this?
Oh, actually, I did. Would you like to hear one?
Sure. We'll try a few bars of it.
Sure. Well, it's more of a spoken word song.
Have you been here long?
I've been coming on and off for the past few days.
All right. Excellent.
You know, gotta go home to eat and sleep and things like that.
Ask if he's the 14th senator guy.
You're not one of those missing senators, are you?
Well, you never know. All right, well, here, let's see now. Here it is. It's called Lenny. It's like, you're asking? Well, I'm telling you, there's a new civil war to be fought, and we together, our hands will be like the righteous fist of God, clearing the land of corporate demagogues. Like Hitler burned synagogues, plans to control thought at the push of a button, just like they're dropping bombs. The SWAT team's coming to arrest us for downloading songs. Well, they won't get me, because when they get here, I'll be gone. Already a memory, but the scene, it will linger on, and soon the scene's undone. Like oil fields block the sun, like trees burning, like the breeze carries death and revolutionaries' guns, and I'm one, because I spit fire like bullets, and I plan to conspire until the job is done, but this war ain't won. No, it's just begun. It's in you and me since before we were aware of it. A long time coming, much too long to be scared of it. Don't you say that I'm running, because I'll be prepared for it, buying seeds, counting deeds.
Jason Miller, WYOU, here at the state capitol, Madison, Wisconsin, second floor. We're in an alcove where some protesters are spending the night, sleeping here. Interesting development that happened today. It seems that there was a lawsuit by the protesters demanding that the state capitol building be open to them without restrictions, and a judge concurred. That happened several hours ago, but rumor has it that head of DOA, which runs this building, hasn't been available to be served. And further rumor is that possibly he was doing what the 14 senators did, and that's leave the area so he couldn't be served, ironically. Megan, you ready? All right. But you'll be back? All right. All right, here we are. How are you doing? Tell us your name again and where you're from.
I'm Oma Vick, and I'm from Madison.
And I understand that you have been here for several days at least and slept here overnight?
Yes, I first came real early in the morning on February 15th in time to be a part of the first group of people that went in for the joint finance hearing and got to testify and listen to Hips talk about the bill, and the Joint Finance Committee ask questions about the bill. We've both been here for many days, day after day, and we've slept here for a total of 3 nights.
What's it like staying overnight here?
Well, it depends on what's going on. We missed the real big night, which was when the assembly took all of 17 seconds to vote and didn't give the Democrats a fair chance, knowing that the vote was going to be on. And they were really upset, and they were calling chants of shame, 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 the Democrats to the Republicans. And apparently when they came out, everybody started singing them love songs just to help them calm down. So that night was incredibly energetic and upsetting and beautiful at the same time. But we came the next night, and that night it was very peaceful. There was somebody who came, the police came and said goodnight to us, and we sent our moms pictures of the police saying goodnight, and somebody came and sung us a lullaby and passed out water to everybody. And the floors are hard and the lights are on, and so it's not like it's really hotel living or something, but depending on what's going on, it can be either very peaceful. Last night it was much more anxious because we don't really know for sure how the police are, what's going to go on in terms of us keeping the space. And so,
in general, though, the police have been friendly.
The police have been friendly. They definitely have to follow the orders that they've been given, and they're, and you can tell that that's what they're doing, is they're definitely following the chain of command.
The protesters seem to be very, very well organized. They seem to have first aid and food stations and cleanup crews, I understand.
And before you eat, you have to wash your hands. It's really important that we take care of ourselves and our bodies, that we eat well, we rest. There are people that help coach each other to make sure that they're taking care of themselves as well, and that they take the time to rest. It is well organized.
Very good. Well, thank you so much. Ready? All right. We're here with Megan. Megan, tell us your name, where you're from, and a way to contact you.
My name is Megan Hendrick. I'm from Madison. And you can contact me. You want a phone number? Email? My email is meganjoyhendrick@gmail.com.
Is that good? The phone?
608-446-3857.
All right. Thanks, Megan. Okay.
Count to 3. 1,
Good. Hi. I see it from your tag. Your name is Megan, but give us your full name and where you're from.
My name is Megan Hendrick. I'm from Madison.
Hey, Megan. So it seems that you're some kind of a supervisor. You have some kind of position with the protesters. Is that the case?
My role has been coordinating the family space along with some other friends. We've just been keeping this space going as an oasis for families, for children and their caregivers to come in and get a little shelter from the booming, the chanting, the drumming. It's overwhelming for children.
I see. So this alcove here is for families that have children. Has there been many children sleeping over?
Sleeping over, there's been only a handful of children in the last couple days since access has been restricted. People haven't been able to come in freely to the Capitol. So for that reason, there's only been a handful of children. But I was slept here on Friday night and Saturday night. Both those nights, there was a couple here with there was 2 children that they had with them, and there was a mom and a little boy sleeping over here, and the little kids were all in their pajamas and they were just playing. So there were maybe, I want to say, and my friend was here with her little infant, and they slept over along there. So yeah, there's been a good number of families sleeping here in the night when there's free access to the Capitol, and during the day, we've had a lot of traffic of families who've come out to show support and to protest, and they need a little break to get some snacks and just do a little artwork and sit down and rest. So we had I think a constant stream of about 10 kids and their caregivers in here throughout the day on Friday or Saturday. It's hard for me to remember the days.
Well, I must say, I'm really impressed by the way the protesters have organized themselves. How did that come to be, with all these various people coming together at the very beginning of the protest? How did they come to organize themselves into different groups and committees that handle different aspects of the protest?
A lot of that has just happened as we got here. There have been different unions and student groups who set up some of the organization, and then other people have just come. Health professionals have showed up, nurses have come to help with the medics, people who have knowledge of holistic healing, herbalists have come to help our medics who are keeping everyone healthy in the building. And my friend Mary Jo came and felt that there was a need for a family space also, so she initiated this on Wednesday or Thursday last week. And then people have just come by and brought donations. So it's just come together as the days have gone by, and we've realized what needs we have inside the Capitol. Different groups and also just unaffiliated individuals are doing a lot of this work, and we've just come together and started agreeing to meet and coordinate to meet the needs of everyone who's in here.
If this ends up lasting for quite some time, weeks or months, do you suppose quite a few of these people, yourself included, might stay with the program here, stay with the Capitol?
Oh yes, people here are really committed to staying here as long as it takes. People feel really strongly that this bill is going to harm so many people in Wisconsin through the cuts to health care, Badger care. Children are going to suffer from loss of health care. Pregnant women, immigrants will suffer if they lose their health care. Elderly people are going to lose their prescription drug coverage, or that will be cut possibly. So these are all things that are in jeopardy, and they're really important services. So besides that, the collective bargaining rights and all the things that have been revealed in the bill as the days go by, including funding for transportation, public transportation systems, and healthcare for the disabled, and there's just a list. The list keeps growing. The longer we're here, and the longer the senators are in Illinois, we're having time to learn what's really in this bill, which was handed to our senators and our assembly members a couple weeks ago on Monday, and they were told that they had to vote on it on Thursday. It's 140 pages of bill. So this time that we've had over the past 2 weeks has allowed the public to understand the impact of the bill, and the opposition to the bill is just growing as we learn the negative impacts it will have.
So the bill is here, and the protesters can read through the bill? Is that what's been going on?
Yeah, we've been reading the bill and working on interpreting it and talking to lawyers and different people for clarity about what the impacts will be.
And Megan, do you have a job also?
Mm-hmm.
So how are you managing that? Do you do your job and then come here afterwards?
That's what I had been doing. One of my jobs is I'm a nanny. I take care of a 3-year-old. So I've been bringing her here. When access to the Capitol was happening freely, I would just pick her up at preschool and bring her here, and she was so happy to be here. It was hard for her the first day when this space wasn't set up yet, but she was so happy to be here. So I've been able to do my job from here, except now that I can't. I could leave freely now, but it would be very hard to get back in with the limited access, so I've been taking off work today, and yesterday I also took off work, which I don't. People who take care of children don't take that lightly to, you feel an obligation to be there for the people that you're caring for, and we don't like to take off work. But I really feel like it's important to have this presence in the Capitol, and other people can't really come in and take over for me at this time because the doors are not being opened.
Well, it seems that you're doing a really good job at what you're doing, so wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jason Miller here, State Capitol, Madison, Wisconsin, WYOU. We're here with Dave, I think is your name?
Zav LaPlay. Xavier.
Your first name is Xavier. And I understand that you're on a hunger strike, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
How long have you been on this strike?
It's just started on Sunday, so it's not just 3 days now.
And I'm sure you've been asked this many times, but how many days are you willing to go if need be?
I'll go as long as it takes until the bill is killed, so.
Are you drinking water?
Yeah, I drink water, juice, watered down juice, and sometimes like soy milk with water and a little bit of salt and things like that, but I haven't touched any food.
Well, what do you think? You think this is going to resolve in the protesters' favor, ultimately?
I have no idea. I think, I don't want to underestimate the power of Scott Walker and his faction. I think that they're very powerful people, and so I don't underestimate them at all, the capability of what they could do. But I also I've never seen democracy in action this way. So the people power is also really strong. I think it's up in the air. I'm not an expert, so I don't know, but that's just my sense.
Well, we wish you the best. We hope that this turns out the way that you and the protesters hope it does. This is Jason Miller, WYOU, State Capitol, Madison, Wisconsin. Here it is. So tell us what's going on here now.
We're protesting the fact that the police will not open the doors even though the courts have ordered them to. They legally cannot have the doors locked to a public building right now. They need to let the people in.
But now, I understand there's 3 protesters refusing to leave. They're sitting on the floor right behind us where we can't see. What exactly are they trying to do?
They're protesting the doors being locked and not letting the public in.
So, why aren't they at the doors? Why are they staying up this way?
We're not allowed at the doors. This is as close as we can get to the doors.
I see. So
without getting kicked out of our building.
So anybody inside the building can't go past this line right here.
If they want to stay in the building, yes.
So the police have surrounded them but are not arresting them. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
And the fear is that they will be arrested?
That might happen if the police don't follow the courts and let people into this building like they should be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason Miller, WYOU. There you go. Are we on? It's Jason Miller, WYOU State Capitol. 3 protesters are refusing to leave. The police are not arresting them, but they've surrounded them. And they are telling us to move on also. We are being thrown out as we speak. Tell us your name and where you're from, please.
My name is Mary.
From?
Stoughton.
Stoughton, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's Stoughton, yeah.
And the reason your accent is like that is because that is a Norwegian town, I understand.
It sure is. Actually, I don't talk that way, but someone told me if you live in Stoughton, you should at least be able to do the accent. So.
Well, now, you've been here for how long?
I was here overnight. So I've been coming up as many times over the past couple weeks as I can to show that I'm not in favor of Walker's bill on many levels, not just because he's trying to union bust, but also because of what he's trying to do with our energy resources, selling them off with no-bid contracts, and also what he's trying to do to Medicaid people by not leaving this as a public and legislative type of decision-making process, but actually taking it behind doors, closed doors, so that he and his appointee can make these changes and no one else has a say on things. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this bill. I'm here telling him and showing my support of that I'm not for the bill. I'm for the people of Wisconsin and the right of people of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I noticed that the protesters are very well organized. Do you have a position here? Are you in charge of anything here at the Capitol?
I helped organize the food this morning and the paper plates and things, but no, everybody's just been doing a really good job. I don't know exactly, but it's kind of a group effort. We see something that needs to be done, we pitch in. We've been very peaceful. We've been very respectful of the inside of the Capitol and to the staff and to the officers who have been here with us. So this has been a very peaceful protest. I think that we're showing that this can be done with integrity and respect, but we're also very determined, and we're going to be here as long as it takes to do the right thing.
One last thing. You yourself, are you employed in a union capacity yourself?
Yes, I am, but I've also held non-union jobs. I think that unions are good for people, and I think that, if more people were unionized, they'd see that they also would share in good benefits. Union people aren't, here and non-union here. We're all really in this together. We all deserve a fair shake. We all work hard. And so I just hope that everyone can come together as the little people, knowing that we're all in this together.
Very good. We wish you the best. This is Jason Miller, WYOU, at the state capitol, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, 1 second. They're part of the action right now, unfortunately.
Because we can interview the guys on the floor. Great.
I think you'd have to cut in.
Let me find out.
Do you want me to talk to him?
That'd be good coverage for them.
Okay, 1 second.
Could I have a word with you?
All I have to say is this is an illegal checkpoint, and we have every right to do this.
Are the police, are they being fair with you at this point?
No, they're not.
They're not obeying the order. That this is a temporary restraining order, and they're not obeying it.
Well, what would you like them to do at this point?
They need to open the doors and let the people in to hear the budget.
What's the reason why they say they won't open the doors?
They said they're reporting to an emergency operating committee.
Well, did they give you a approximate time when they would open the doors?
No. People in.
All right, there you have it.
We shall not be moved.
Third day of the week. Does it appear that that is happening?
No!
A temporary restraining order has the legal effect of saying that no matter what the arguments of the respondent may be, there has to be a return to the status quo immediately. The reason that temporary restraining orders are issued is because a court has found that people's rights are being violated and that they have a reasonable chance of succeeding in trial court in enforcing those rights. When a temporary restraining order is issued, it is supposed to be obeyed immediately. And the Department of Administration has chosen not to obey it while it appeals. Whoa! They're coming in!
crossed the velvet ropes. We were threatened with arrest, and after 30 minutes, they let some people in. After 30 minutes, they let people in, and they pushed the ropes back. We're taking more and more space, and it's because we were bold, okay? And that's still peaceful. We did it. We got people in, and we moved the space back.
No, hold on. They only let people in that had tickets to go see the budget address. The public is still being illegally held outside. So, you know, small victories, but it's a step in the right direction.
Still in defiance.
Right.
Not
the goal is all of these doors should be open, and all the 4,000 people outside should be standing right next to us, getting down in this place, because it's illegal for them to be held outside.
We have the power. It's the power of the people and the power.
According to ADA, a ramp should be accessible for me. And they wouldn't even open up the door so I could come in. They made me come up the steps. So therefore, they're breaking federal law too.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.